Hello, Year 9. So this is the chapter 10 My Review section. Okay, so just to outline where you can find more information to answer these questions, I'll go through each type of question and tell you which video to have a look back at. Or, a couple towards the end, I will give you starting points or full solutions for them. Okay, so for question 1, this is your just ordinary linear equations. So so we only have x's on one side, unknowns on one side, sorry. So that one would be have a look back at chapter 10 video, 10a video. Question 2, you can see you've got brackets in them, so these are equations involving brackets, so you want to look back at the 10b video. 3, you can see that you have in 3a you have g's on both sides, so we have unknowns on both sides. B, we have h's on both sides, so that one you want to have a look at 10c video. 4 looks similar to something we have seen, so that one you will have a look at the constructing equations video, so that was 10d. Now I'll go through these ones because they are, I will go through these ones because they are slightly different to what we have seen previously. So 4b, you're given this shape, so you're given this rectangle and you're told that the area is 98 in the centimetres squared and the side lengths are 7 centimetres and 3x plus 2 centimetres. Okay, so we need to set up our own equation, so we need to construct our own equation. So this again follows the that chapter, which I think was 10d. So we can say that the area of this is always going to be base times height. It's a rectangle, so we have our base, which is 3x plus 2, and that whole thing is going to be multiplied by 7. Okay, so it doesn't matter which order you write them in, but that's just usually how you see them, so we're going to write it like that. Okay. We then have a equation involving brackets, so we expand them. So 7 times 3x, that's 21x. And then 7 times 2, that's 14. Okay. We know that this here, so we know that our area is 98. So we can say that 98 is equal to 21x plus 14. Okay. You may want to grab a calculator for this one because it is a little bit trickier. So you start with your x because we don't know what it is. We are going to, what do we have? We have a multiplication and we have an addition. So we're multiplying by 21 and we are adding 14. So the thing that happens first is multiply by 21. Then we're going to add 14 and that's going to give us 98. Okay, so if we start at 98, we subtract 14 because we need to undo that, and then we divide by 21. So need to undo multiplying by 21. That'll give us our x. So 98 subtract 14, that is 84. Then 84 divided by 21 is 4. Okay, so x is equal to 4. Okay, for part B, I'm not going to go through this whole question because it follows a similar stages to part B. But we need to know what our perimeter is, okay, and we need to recognise that this type of triangle is a isosceles triangle, okay, so that's what these two little marks here mean. These two dashes mean that these two side lengths are the same, so it's isosceles, okay. So 3x subtract 1 is how long that side is as well, okay. So we know that a perimeter is 37 centimetres, okay, so the perimeter is the distance all the way around our shape. So we can say that perimeter is equal to x plus 4 plus 3x subtract 1 plus 3x, subtract 1. So we started at that corner, we travelled along there, along here, and back to our start point again. Okay. Now we need to be able to recognise that we can collect our like terms. So we have 3x terms, so 1 lot of x plus 3 lot of x plus 3 lot of x, that is 7 lots of x. And then we have our units. Okay, so we have 4 subtract 1 subtract 1, so that just works like normal, and that is 2. Okay, so if we start with 4 and we take away 1 and we take away 1, we end up with 2. Okay, from there, you know that your perimeter is 37, so we have 37 is equal to 7x plus 2. And now I trust that you can use your function machine or rearranging that to find your answer, to find your solution for x. Question 5, you will find very similar examples in 10e, so I'll not bother going through that again. So if you want to have a look back at that, this is your trial and improvement method. Have a look back at that one. Gives you a starting point on there. Again, with 6, this follows the 10e chapter, so have a look back at there if you want to remind yourself of that method. The only difference with this one is you know that it doesn't give you a starting point, so you don't know what x you're going to start with, but you know that this is a trial and improvement method question because it says trial and improvement here, and asks for an answer correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, so for this one, I would think about what x to the 4 is, and it's going to be 35, so x to the 4 is going to be 35. We can't go too huge with that one, so I'd maybe start around 2 or 3. Okay, so x is equal to 2 or 3. With this one, think about what 3 to the power of anything is, so 3 to the power of 2 is going to be 9, so think about what x is going to be equal to. Okay, so that if you say x is equal to 2, that'll be 3 to the power of 2. If you say x is equal to 10, that'll be 3 to the power of 10. Okay, that's how you do that question. Then this bottom one here, think about what x to the 3 is plus x to the 2. So if we had, let's say, x is equal to 10, would have 1,000 plus 100. That is miles away from 100. Okay, so there's no point in starting with something huge in that question either. This last one is a bit odd. It's hidden what type of question this is, so we'll go through that one in a sec together. Okay, have a go at it yourself first. Question 7 then. We're told that we have a cuboid, so this is our cuboid that I've drawn out, and it has side lengths of p plus 2, and the volume is 70. Okay, so I'm going to label on p, so that's our front face, and then we have p plus 2. Okay, tells us we're talking about our volume, so I write down the formula for a volume. Some of you may know different ones. I'm going to use the area of the cross section multiplied by our length. Okay, some of you may know length times width times height. That's fine as well. But you can use this on any polygon. Sorry, any prism. So we know that our cross-sectional area, so we'll start with the area of cross-section, and our cross-section in this one is this face here. It is the same face all the way through. So that's p times p, which is p squared. So our volume then is going to be p squared, and then our length is going to be this one here. Okay, so it's p times p, and p squared, sorry, and then we're going to multiply that by all of p times 2, p plus 2. So now I'm going to expand this, so we have p cubed plus 2p squared. Okay, that becomes p cubed because p squared times p, that's p times p times p, so that's p cubed, p to the power of 3. Okay, we're also told in the question that our volume is 70 centimeters cubed. Okay, so we know that this is equal to 70, like so. Okay, Now, some of you may know what type of question this is already, but we can spot that we have something that we don't know how to solve properly yet, and we know that the question asks us to find the answer to 1 decimal place. Okay, so to find p to 1 decimal place, so we know that this looks like a trial and improvement question. Okay, so if you want to have a go at that, it tells you that it's p cubed plus 2p squared. So again, and you're going to try and get that to be 70. So again, you can't have anything that's going to be massive for p. Okay, so you might want to try 2 or 3 to start off with. Okay, so p is equal to 2 or 3, and then work from there. Again, you might want to have a look at chapter 10e, and that'll give you a good starting point for that one. Okay, thank you.